Hello and welcome back. So this week's vlog, I am joined by practice manager Kaz Smeaton. Hi Kaz, welcome.
Hello.
We saw you a few weeks ago. So today we're going to talk about our pre-screen, and Kaz is going to discuss some of the things that the receptionists are sort of not quite issues, but sometimes it's quite hard to get hold of some of you, and we're just going to run through why we do pre-screen and the importance of it. Now, we're not the only profession. All medical professions have to do this. So here we go. So Kaz, why do we do a pre-screen?
So we do the pre-screen because when we came back after lockdown, we had to really look at our procedures and risk assess everything that we did. So the pre-screen and the pre-payment came in so that we could assess risk of you coming in and our staff, just to make sure that we were keeping everybody as safe as possible and lessening the risk as far as we can.
Yeah, and reducing the contact time between, obviously, especially our receptionists, because they don't have, they're not in full PPE like the osteopaths are. And obviously when you come to see the osteopaths, we are obviously breaking all the social distancing rules completely, because we're treating you probably for longer than 15 minutes, but our receptionists aren't. So we try and limit the time you're with them as much as we can. Perfect. So, so what happens in the pre-screen?
So the pre-screen is we will give you a call 24 hours before your appointment, and we have to ask you. So we've got, I think it's about 10 questions. They're yes or no questions, really just to assess whether you've had any COVID symptoms, any illness symptoms, been around anybody that's been ill, been anywhere that's locked down or at higher risk, things like that. And also just to make sure that you are aware that there is, we can't sadly eradicate any risk of you getting COVID from coming in for your appointment. So we need to make sure that you're aware that we're doing everything that we can, but obviously we can't guarantee.
Yeah, and so they're just, the patient is consenting to that, they're understanding that there is a risk of still coming in for treatment. Yeah, so that happens before every appointment. So it does get a bit tedious. I'm really sorry. And then probably the osteopath or the receptionist will ask again when at the appointment as well, just in case anything has changed in that 24 hours. And that we don't just ask for COVID symptoms, we ask for illness. So just to make sure that if you are ill at all, then we'll sort of cancel the appointment and just see you at another time. Yeah. So it could be a cold or any other symptoms really. So it's not just the COVID symptoms that we're after.
Absolutely. And if it's outside, our office hours, if you need to get hold of us about an appointment tomorrow and you want to let us know, please do give us an email, info@notjustbacks.com, or leave us a message on the answer phone, and we will action that for you.
Yeah, it's checked. I mean, our info box is checked all the time throughout the day, because obviously with the pre-screen as well, what's happening is that obviously we're on the phone a lot more. And so some people are finding it slightly harder to get through to people, through to the receptionists, to make an appointment. Now, if you've tried a couple of times, just leave a message on the answer phone and the receptionist will get back to you, or you can just ping them an email at info.notjustbacks saying, I'd like an appointment, call us back. And they will call you back between all these pre-screens that are occurring.
Yes.
So you ask all these questions, and then what happens when we can't get hold of people? What happens then, Kaz?
So if we can't get hold of you on the initial call, we will leave you a message just saying who we are and why we're trying to get hold of you. And that's really because both of our practices are doing the calls. So you might be a Salisbury patient, but you may get a call from the Tisbury practice, which is an 01747 number. And you might think, I don't know this number. So you might leave it to go through. So it's just really to reassure people that, we are not just backs and this is why we're calling. If we don't get hold of you, then we will call you back, a little while later. And then after that, we will send you an email just explaining that we still need to pre-screen you and take your prepayment, and without doing it, we can't guarantee that your appointment will be held.
Yeah. So we really need you to really respond to those the email or the telephone calls before you come in, because obviously if it's on the day and we still haven't heard from you, then that appointment might be actually offered to somebody else that we can pre-screen at that time when they call. So it's really important, guys, that you do get back to us, please, before you come in. That's
and
brilliant.
to try and look at it that, you know, rather than, we're not chasing you, we actually want to speak to you, you know, whereas before you would have just got an email. You know, this is a way of personally reminding you that, you know, you have an appointment coming up, and, you know, it's really good to talk to you. Actually, for our receptionists, you know, we don't have that opportunity anymore to speak to you in, you know, before your appointment while you're waiting to go in and see the osteopath, because we've got no waiting area. So actually for us, it's really important as part of our, you know, part of our jobs. We really enjoy speaking to everybody. So actually we want to give you a call. We want to find out how you're going, how life is for you. So actually we really enjoy making those calls and speaking to everybody, because we're actually really missing those conversations before and after appointments.
Yeah, that's so sad. And really that's why the receptionists take up the job in the first place, because they want that contact with people. And that's the bit that they've really highlighted that they've missed.
Absolutely.
So we do like talking to you, really.
We really do.
Yeah. So thank you for that, Kaz. I'm hopefully it's just explained to everybody about why we pre-screen. And if you do have a specific time you want us to call you, then let us know, and then we can try. Obviously, with the receptionists are there at certain times, so we'll try our best. That's all we can. Yeah, lovely. Thank you for joining me, Kaz, and we look forward to seeing everybody soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.